The day two of former Richneck Elementary assistant principal Ebony Parker's criminal trial in Newport News has wrapped up. Former teacher Abby Zwerner took the witness stand today.
Madison Schlegel is live at Newport News right now. And Madison, the prosecution said that they're running ahead of schedule.
Without any more witnesses to call on day two of the trial, the prosecution says that they could potentially rest their case tomorrow. After opening statements today, former teacher Abby Zwerner took the stand. On day two of Ebony Parker's criminal trial, Abby Zwerner said she was concerned about how the student was acting the day of the shooting, recounting the moments she saw her 6-year-old student pull out a gun in her classroom.
I saw the student looking at me. I looked over. A gun was pointed right at me. He was holding a gun, the student, and it was pointed right at me, and then I was shot.
When the defense asked, Zwerner admitted she could have separated the student from the other children, but did not. Zwerner also admitted she didn't personally report suspicion of her student having a gun to administration, but said she was keeping the other students safe while others had reported the issue to Parker.
And you would admit that you did not take any steps to protect the students from JT, in other words, potentially being harmed with a firearm. Is that correct?
I would not admit that. From the knowledge that I had that day, I was aware that she was told by other coworkers.
Zwerner also mentioned a previous instance days before the shooting where the 6-year-old student got a hold of her phone and slammed it down, smashing it. She said those instances were reported and handled by then Principal Brianna Foster.
I'm sitting here trying to think back exactly how I knew about it, but I remember calling his mother that evening.
Reading specialist Amy Kovac also taking the stand, telling the jury how she was the one to personally warn Parker that students alerted her to the possibility of the student having a gun. Kovac says even though the student was known to have issues, they still had a positive relationship and said that his safety was what called her to rush towards the sound of gunfire.
My first thought was he had that gun, he shot it, and I walked in that room. He needed me.
In that room?
In Abby's room, room 11. He needed me.
But emotions ran high when teacher Jennifer West spoke about one of the children that warned teachers just moments before the shooting.
And he kept repeating, I told you. I tried to keep you safe. I told you.
During testimony, we also saw body cam video that was from the day of the shooting with Amy Kovac holding that student back. We haven't shared that video for privacy of that student, but we're also told by the judge that tomorrow morning she's going to take up concerns from the defense about the possibility of the jurors talking about the case amongst themselves. Live in Newport News, Madison Schlegel, 13 News Now.
All right, Madison, thank you. And 13 News Now will have complete coverage and analysis of the trial as it continues. Watch us on air and on the 13 News Now streaming app.